We're back now with the latest on that fragile ceasefire in Gaza. Later today, we are expecting to learn the names of the latest round of hostages set to be released tomorrow. It comes as Israel's defense minister says he has instructed the country's military to prepare a plan to allow Palestinians to voluntarily leave the Gaza Strip. For more, we are joined by NBC's Yasmin Vossoughian. She's in Tel Aviv for us. Yasmin, good morning. Let's start with this expected hostage release tomorrow. What do we know about the terms of this exchange?
We don't know a lot. I think it's a little bit of a cat and mouse right now. Savannah, we have confirmation that it's going to be 3 men that, in fact, are going to be released. For all intents and purposes, there are 12 left that should be released between now and the end of phase 1, including 8 also who have been confirmed dead. At this moment, 79 remain in captivity, including 3 that were taken before October 7th. They were supposed to have begun negotiating phase 2 of the ceasefire deal earlier on this week. That has not yet happened. When I say it's a little bit of a cat and mouse game, because of the rhetoric coming out of Washington, I feel as if, and what we're hearing from local media as well, is that there may be a group of negotiators heading to Qatar this weekend, led by Shin Bet. But it seems as if they are waiting for this list to come out from Hamas of who exactly will be released this tomorrow, I should say. And if that happens and all goes smoothly, the release goes smoothly, the transfer goes smoothly, then, in fact, that negotiating group will head to Qatar to begin negotiating. What they negotiate is also in question, Savannah, as well, because we have seen some guidance that they've only been instructed or empowered to negotiate the rest of phase 1 of the ceasefire deal versus moving on to phase 2. One more thing I think is important to mention is they are encouraging negotiators to talk about releasing Shiri Bibas and her 2 children. You remember Yarden Bibas was one of the hostages that was released last weekend. His wife, Shiri Bibas, along with their 2 children, remains in captivity. We don't know the status of the children and the wife, hence why Israel is now encouraging negotiators to get the release of those 3 individuals along with the remaining hostages. But again, we won't know until those 3 names come out this evening.
And Yasmin, let's talk about something else that I mentioned just a moment ago. Israel's defense minister ordering the army to prepare this plan for Gazans who wish to leave the enclave voluntarily. Obviously, we know the destruction there. We also know that this is where these people call home. And this also comes, of course, after President Trump's remarks in which he said the U.S. may take over and develop the territory. What's the latest on this plan? What are you hearing from Israeli leadership? And do we have any notion of if this is of interest to some Gazans?
I mean, as of now, it's not. That's a fact. I mean, across the board, from Islamic militants to Hamas to the PA, I mean, we've talked about this over and over again over the last 48 to 72 hours. And then speaking to Palestinians on the ground in Gaza, our team there that is talking to individuals there, they don't want to leave. This is their national identity. This is their homeland. In spite of all of that, as you mentioned, there was a statement put out by the defense minister just yesterday saying that they want to prepare a plan. They want the IDF to prepare a plan when, in fact, or if, in fact, Palestinians choose to leave Gaza in the event that this transfer happens. You heard from the president yesterday as well that when fighting ends between Israel and Gaza, in fact, Gaza will be turned over to the United States. He put that out in a social media post just yesterday morning. I want to read for you a statement as that was part of the statement put out by the defense minister, saying countries such as Spain, Ireland, Norway, and others, which have falsely accused Israel over its actions in Gaza, are legally obligated to allow Gazans to enter their territory. Their hypocrisy will be exposed if they refuse. Meanwhile, countries like Canada, which has a structured immigration program, have previously expressed willingness to take in residents from Gaza. So if there's anything, Savannah, to compare this to, I feel as if it's a little bit like what happened in the United States with migrants entering from the southern border and then being bused north from governors in Florida and Texas. But of course, those migrants were wanting to be in the United States, whereas these Palestinians do not want to leave Gaza. Savannah.
All right, Yasmin, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.